Collaboration for a consulting business. What does it mean? Is there a benefit to it? Are there disadvantages to it? So that is the topic for this week's video. If you're starting up your consulting business, is collaboration a good way to help grow your business? Coming right up. Okay, so as you know, I've been running consulting businesses since 1993 and running my own since 1997, and I have a couple of them now. And one of the most common things that people approach me with is offers of collaboration. We have this wonderful product or this wonderful service. How about we collaborate? What does that actually mean? I haven't found anyone, when I go back with a series of questions, who can actually give me a decent answer. So look, let me give you my perspective on collaboration, what it should be, and probably what it does mean to most people. And I think there's 4 key questions you've got to ask yourself. So when someone comes along and says, hey, let's collaborate, what it generally means is you seem to be doing quite well. You have a good position in the marketplace. You obviously have a lot of really good clients that we would like access to. How about you promote our services to your clients? That's kind of what 90% of them are after. And you have to ask yourself, well, why would I do that? So let's talk about what collaboration should be and those 4 key questions to ask. So first of all, what is it? Collaboration between a consulting company and another supplier to the marketplace should be mutually beneficial, and it should help you grow your business, and it should help your client base. What it is not is a free ride into your customers. And I've spoken about this on other videos. Just to provide leads to another company on a commission basis, to me, is totally unethical for a management consulting company. And this channel is about management consulting companies. It might be okay in some industries, but I do not think it's okay for a management consultant to be taking commissions to promote other people's services, because you're a little bit like a doctor. You've got to be impartial and you have to recommend what's best for your client. And if you're saying, hey, this system or this service, is the best one, is it honestly? Are you being objective? So first question is, what is it? And I suppose the person approaching you, that question's really got to go to them. What do you actually mean by collaboration? And see what answers you get. Number 2, it's got to be a two-way benefit. So it's not just you introducing your clients to them. There should be a reciprocal arrangement. And if it's got to work, it's got to be two-way, because if it's any business relationship that's one way, it just doesn't work, doesn't last. So you should be saying to that person who wants to collaborate, that's fine. What is it you want from me? But then what is it you can offer me in return? Now, it may be some monetary thing. I've talked about that. I don't think it's appropriate, but maybe they can introduce you to some of their clients and so on. Possibly you can do joint work together. So you start to get a picture that it's going to work really well where the services are not competitive but complementary. So for example, my main consulting business is in logistics. I've actually picked a tough one here. I'm trying to think where collaboration would work and it wouldn't be seen as dodgy. I struggle with it. But let's pick another version, really simple one. Picture, say, accountants and lawyers, or accountants and an insurance firm. Maybe they could collaborate and there would be no conflict of interest. The reason I say it's hard for me is that, I can't recommend a particular transport company or a warehousing company or a software company, because that's part of my job, is to help clients select those sort of services. So I can't be recommending one that I have some kind of commercial relationship with. So what is it, is the first question. Number 2, how can you get that two-way benefit and it look not dodgy, basically? The third question then is, what is the conflict? Is there any conflict of interest? So I've struggled with this for 20 years, because anytime people say to me, let's collaborate in a way, I always see a conflict of interest. So if that's not the case for you, that's great. But one of the things that you do need to work out nonetheless is how that relationship will be managed. So if you're going to work together, say, on a project, Who's going to lead the project? Who's going to own the client relationship? Who's going to be doing the billing? You know, all that sort of stuff. I've done a lot of collaboration like that with other consulting companies. Very often, you know, the very big ones come to us for specialist advice, and we'll work with them on a client project. But it's all above board. They bill the client, we bill the client separately. We're just putting a collaborative team together. So think about that. Are there any areas of potential conflict? Number 3. Number 4, and I was going to say this is the most important, but then I think probably the most important one is the potential conflict of interest. But number 4 is the market perception. So what is your marketplace going to think if you are collaborating with another company? It might not be another consulting company. It might be somebody providing products or services. Are they going to see that as okay? The example I always use is I would not go to a doctor to be prescribed painkillers, for example, if I knew, if I knew the doctor was getting commissions from the drug company. Now, I think in some countries, while I have a slurp. I think in some countries that's allowed. To me, that is totally unacceptable. You know, if you're a doctor, comment down below. I'd love to hear how that is acceptable. You know, this painkiller is better than this one. Why? Well, because I get a commission on this one. Just can't see that working. So think about the market perception. Let's say you're a marketing consultant and you have a relationship with an online marketing agency. You know, could you introduce them? Is that right and proper? Could you actually collaborate and say, look, we'll come up with your marketing plan and we recommend these guys to actually implement that plan and look after your digital marketing. So those sorts of things could work. So it's not as easy a question as some might think. And once you start up your consulting business, you may be tempted to reach out to others to ask for collaboration opportunities. You're certainly going to get approached by others. I would just urge caution and ask yourself those 4 questions. What does the collaboration mean in this context, particularly for the other party? Is there a two-way benefit? Is there any conflict of interest at all? And what will the market perception be? Because you can't hide these things. You know, you've got to be above board and be visible, transparent about these sort of things. So there you go, collaboration. If you actually have a collaborative relationship with your management consulting business, I would love to hear about it and whether it works or not, because I've been struggling with 20 years to come up with concepts where it would work, and I just can't find one that doesn't hit that 3rd question. You know, it's a conflict of interest, so would love to hear from you. And also, before we depart, I would love to hear from you down below what sort of topics that you would like in 2021. So for people starting up their own consulting business, for people who are maybe just in their first year or 2, what are some of the things that you struggle with in managing and growing your consulting business? Because I would love to be covering those topics in the new year for you in our latest videos. So love to hear from you down below. But for now, thanks for watching. If you're new to the channel, let me just remind you or tell you how it works. We have new videos coming out every week, even over the holiday period. And they generally come out on a Tuesday evening, Sydney time. If you want to be notified every time a new video comes out, hit subscribe, hit the bell button. Do that anyway, because I tell you how I pick topics very often is I'll look at the video library and I'll see which ones got the most views, which topics. So obviously that's a popular topic, but more so, how many likes did it attract? How many comments did it attract? And how many people subscribed as a result of that video? Because that tells me that topic is a lot more important to people. So you can help me by doing that and also commenting down below what topics you'd like to hear about. So have a great holiday over the December period, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, and look forward to talking to you in 2021 with some great new topics to share. Bye for now.